Welcome to Phatt Chat. This is episode 35. We've got Josh.
What up?
How's it going?
Hey, it's pretty good.
Anybody who missed it, he did a bitchin' ass XCOM stream last night. It was really good. You should go watch the highlights. It was hilarious.
We'll be streaming that every Sunday.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm
glad you enjoyed it.
Dude, you had me laughing the whole time, and I know you. I was like, why am I watching this fool? And then I turned it on. I was like, this is why.
So we're gonna go ahead and light this sucker off with one of these little party poppers. I'm gonna call it a party popper. That sounds like fun.
Here, catch.
Happy 4th it's like what, 10th of July. Whoa!
Neutralized.
Whoa! Get fucked!
This is why I'm watching this fool.
I try to be entertaining.
You succeed at being entertaining. I loved it.
I'm telling an XCOM story. I built all of us in XCOM. One died, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Zach.
Rest in peace.
But if you watch the stream and you comment, if you want, I can make you a character. And I will put you in XCOM. You'll be in the character pool. You'll come in through randomly. Just let me know.
It's a lot of fun. Really cool. Good job with those. They look really good, too, the characters you made.
Yeah, I really try to
Definitely.
immortalize all our features, like mainly our beards.
Yeah.
That's mainly it. So.
Once you get that, everything else is unimportant.
It just falls into place.
Yeah.
I'm digging the backwards hat and the cigarette hanging out of my mouth while
Yeah.
long range shooting. That's dope. That's perfect.
Well, since we already introduced him, this is Zach over here to my right, drinking his waters. I'm going to put him on blast as soon as he puts something in his mouth.
Chip.
How's it going, man?
Chip.
Your shirt is pretty sweet.
Chip.
I wanted one more. That's all I needed. And then to the very far right, we got James. What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much, man. Having a fantastical day.
Right?
Yes, we caught some Pokemon as soon as we got here. Made something pretty cool, and now we're doing this fantastic podcast.
Today's been a fun day, right?
It has been a great day.
It's been a lot.
Pretty all right.
Yeah.
It's been busy. I'm really tired. Been doing a lot today. But for anybody who can't, I don't know how far you can see.
Just Dance is not doing a lot.
This is here, and then that's there.
This is what
A lot
happens
is
when gamers go outside.
Udall Park.
That explains why your neck is so red. I thought you just had a few more beers than what I'm used to.
God, no. I actually I've been on coffee. Like I said, it really has been a long day. I've been up.
You look like my dad on a bad day.
And for those of you who don't know, my name is Brandon. I'm the host here on Phatt Chat. This is where we come. We do this once a week, every Monday at 10 p.m. Pacific time. I had to think about
For
that
now.
for a second. No, for always.
That's 12 p.m.
And
Central
forever.
Standard Time. Are we going to do so when the time change, we're going to go 9 p.m. Mountain Time? Wait, no, that doesn't work at all. 11 our time?
That's
It's
what I'm
going
saying.
to always be 10 our time. Everyone
10
else
our
can,
time.
Right, 10 hour time.
Everyone else can figure it out.
We're 10 Mountain.
We officially have our own time zone, but like no one else recognizes
Yeah.
it.
That's because we live in Arizona. Why the hell would we want to save daylight?
Yeah, if anything, we'd like move our time to have less daylight
Yes.
because it's too goddamn hot outside.
Darkness
Always.
falls.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Every time I go to work and like I have to go outside, it feels like that movie Pitch Black. If you guys have ever seen that,
Yeah,
of
where
course.
everything's like bleach white, and you're like, ugh.
you like walk and it's just
First Riddick movie.
fire, just shooting everywhere. I'm like, that's what it feels like outside here.
Reminds me
Oh.
of that scene from the Terminator where all these kids are playing on the park and then they get obliterated and their skin comes
When the
right
nuke
off.
goes off.
Yeah.
Hey, you're talking about Crematoria,
That is
the prison planet.
Correct. Yes.
One of my favorite movies.
Oh, you're talking about Crematoria. I was talking about Pitch Black, the actual planet.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Or
Because that was,
Chronicles
like,
of Riddick on the prison.
But you're thinking of
Chronicles of Riddick is
Chronicles of
cream.
Riddick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
where he
Crematoria.
goes there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, that other planet's pretty brutal too.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
it's
that's-
like 2 suns and it only has like darkness for like a week out of 22 years.
But then it's just darkness and these fucking badass creatures. Check them out if you guys haven't seen those movies. They're
Seriously.
great.
Riddick was awesome.
They're really good. It's like, wait, Vin Diesel can act?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second and the cartoon's even really good as well. If you haven't seen that,
The cartoon is really
yeah, it's
good.
really
forgot that
it's
name.
well done.
I want to say it's called.
Yep.
Fury, yeah, correct. And it's
And
all
then-
because that's the part of the trilogy that most people don't even know about because they just think it's the movie, the very first movie, Pitch Black, and then the Chronicles of Riddick, and then the other one that he did, Riddick.
There's also,
but then there's Fury, which
you
is
also have
number
Butcher
2.
Bay.
Yeah, that is a direct in line with the movies. You're correct.
Butcher Bay and Dark Athena.
Dark Athena, yeah.
Real quick, too, because it's on topic.
That's what
Dwayne
games.
Johnson on his Instagram put out a picture of him on the Fast and Furious 8 set.
Ooh,
Which is
How was
legit.
that at all on
he's
the topic?
he's on prison because
It's
they're the
'cause he's a
same
big-
movie, man.
a big
no
buff,
Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson. You know,
he's been in the last
movies?
like 2 or 3, right?
He was in the first one. Well, not Dwayne Johnson, but
yeah, we're talking about Dwayne Johnson been in the last 2, I believe, 2 or 3. I love
I'm
those
fucking
movies.
excited for it.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious all the way.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. I love
More
those fucking
quotes
movies
all the time. But Brandon, take it away. What are we doing?
we're going to be doing the news of the
Build a
week.
team.
Building a team. Team Valor, bitches.
Boom. Put it out there.
So our first bit of news is going to be about Pokemon Go, but we're not going to talk too long on it because we're going to cycle back around to some Pokemon Go
Okay.
for a topic later on. So I'm just going to give some quick news about it. We'll jump on to the next segment. We'll talk about that one a little bit more. So if you guys don't know, then you live under a rock because Pokemon Go just launched last week.
Indeed.
Hi, Patrick.
Earlier this week. The app...
Lives under a rock.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, what?
The game quickly has become one of the most used apps ever.
Yup.
The app is now on more than 5% of all U.S. Android devices. That 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's currently 1 billion active Android devices, 5% sounds like a lot bigger.
That's like 10,000.
It's a whole...
Man, how'd you come up with that number?
Just quick off the top of my head. They're pretty good.
10,000.
They've also said that more than 60% of the people use the app every single day, and the app is being used by most people for about 50 minutes every day.
40. It was like 45 to 50 minutes.
Correct.
That's
That's
crazy.
just disgusting. Because think about we have to use. Because you think about social media apps like Facebook app, the Twitter app. When people go on there, they like 5 minutes. They see everything they need to see,
and then they're off.
and then they're done. And then when they come back to it, nothing's changed or a lot has changed. And it's still like 5
They
minutes.
scroll through real quick and they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
So they said it's actually closing in on Twitter for the number of active or daily active users.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's bridging the gap really quick because the game appeals to everybody.
Right.
It's free to download. It's easy to pick up and play. You don't have to know anything, no background. It's just easy to pick up, play.
And look at what it's doing too.
Yeah.
It's getting people outside. It's getting people to fucking exercise. It's getting people joined up together. People are making new friends that they've never met before. People who normally never leave their house just because of whatever reason are leaving their house and they're getting interactive with their community. Facebook groups are starting everywhere. It's bringing people together.
What I think is funny, and I don't mean to like poke fun at any of the Pokemon Go fans, is
Unless you're a mystic or
yeah.
you know.
We'll
what
get
I'm
into the
saying? Yeah, we'll
politics
get
of
into
it
that later.
But it's my girlfriend. She works at a bar restaurant that is actually I think a Pokestop. I think
I just ate there the other day. It was delicious.
it's a Pokestop, and so she just sits there all day at work. But people have been coming into her work to sit at the Pokestop to like refresh themselves, and she's like, you can tell these people haven't stepped outside in the sun in days,
Exactly.
months,
That's-
weeks.
yes,
because,
that's what
like,
I'm saying.
Cherry red. They're just like, how do I deal with this? Or you have like the one person who like put the sunscreen on their nose because they've never put sunscreen before. This is you. It's like, yes, this is
me outside.
You can tell you're
Like-
allergic to outside.
Yes, I really am. I get red. I start to sweat. It's not healthy for me at all.
I just think
Jesus.
it's funny. So.
You were saying it's good. It's not just good for us.
Yeah.
It's actually good for Nintendo. Nintendo stocks have jumped 25%.
Yeah, big time. Big
since
time.
it
Something like 9
launched
billion
on the
or something.
8th. So today's what, the 14th?
25 points or 25% of the total it was?
25%.
25%.
Wowza.
Yeah,
Something like
so
$9 billion or something.
Wowee.
It was 10% overnight.
That's cool.
And then it jumped an extra 15% in the last couple days, which is huge. It's probably going to go up more when the PokeWatch, the new wearable watch piece comes
Yeah,
out.
the one that catches them for you.
Correct. So that's actually due out on the 31st of this month. Pre-orders are already sold out on Amazon and GameStop. The watch costs $35. They are now selling on eBay for about $100 to $200.
Wow.
Well, I found a way to make all my money back and then some.
Yep.
Correct.
Something I just like to toss in super duper quick. One other good thing I've known about, something that I think only you and I might know this person, but I'm not going to give her this person's name. But she has made a big post on Facebook the other day about how this has helped her depression more than any therapist or medication ever has. Because she says she goes out and she links up with people and she's happier than she's been in months, months and months and months.
Just getting outside
That's
and
really
walking
cool.
around and everything is just healthy for you. It makes
Yeah,
you feel
totally.
better. So, like I said, we'll circle back to
Yep.
Pokemon Go. So we're going to power through this. That was even probably longer than it needed to be. But Battlefield game franchise, you guys, is getting a TV show.
Huh?
Yes.
Based
that
off
work?
one of the games or more current?
So they haven't gone into it that much. EA and DICE are working with Paramount TV and Anonymous Content, the people who made like the Revenant,
Okay.
True Detective, those kind of people, to produce the show,
Revenant the movie?
the movie.
Okay.
Yes.
Goddamn. This is going to be gritty as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True Detective and the Revenant. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
make a baby and put guns in the mix. Like,
I'm just curious to like what kind of series that would be built on. It'd be like the unit maybe.
Yeah, so they said that like currently
Brothers, I think.
they don't know if it's going to be based around a game, if they're going to create a whole new story behind it, anything like that. They're really not sure at this point.
See, they're already messing up.
Why do you think so?
Because they should have gone for the people that made the Raid and then the Raid 2 And then they also should have gone out of their way to get Dwayne Johnson involved.
Those movies were insane.
That's all I'm saying.
And just make it the rundown.
Make it the rundown.
Yes.
Hey, that was a good
with
movie.
kung fu and then a bird mode.
God.
I'd like
Pigeon
to see.
mode.
I mean, it'd be really cool if it was kind of like one of those little like Band of Brother type biopics, but it went through different battlefields. Maybe it's like what's
that would be
one
cool.
show?
That would be cool.
American Horror Story.
Yeah,
It's the same
every season
actors
something different.
every
But-
season, but every season's a different scenario, different characters.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I could
And
see
so
that.
I could see it doing something like that, and of course, it'd be maintained gritty. You get Battlefield 1, you get World War 2, you can get some Vietnam.
Yeah, I
War
hope
in
it's
there.
older stuff because, like, I understand like current stuff and everything, but it's like Battlefield 1, is coming out again. So it's like, or not again, but coming out. So it's like I think that'd be cool to get like a different spin on that and like build up like around that time frame.
If they made
World War One movies and shows have always been some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Lost Battalion.
have you seen? I was just going to say The Lost Battalion, one of
Such
the best movies
an
I've ever
amazing
seen in my
movie,
life.
like, and it-
Button your top button, always. Always.
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
Yeah, the movie, dude. The movie.
I thought he was talking to you
Well,
too. I
no,
was
their commander, even in the field, even while they were in those trenches fighting, he said, your appearance, your discipline is always important. So he wouldn't let his guys unbutton the top button.
He would walk through the trench.
Yep,
he
and
would
make everybody
sure
button
that
it
they're
up.
all- they're all
Well, because when you're in combat and you're wearing all your gear, you get really stifled. It really sucks. You weren't like, man, I need to relax. I'm gonna roll up my sleeve. That shit. He wouldn't let his guys do that. And then by the time, and they all thought he was just a piece of shit officer. By the time the end of the movie rolls around, he comes anywhere near them, and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, sir." And then they are doing it on their own. And at the end,
know.
they're finally a unit.
I know how that goes. That's how I run my team Valor.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways, it's awesome. Lost Battalion, World War I. Watch it.
But I'm interested in seeing what they do with this. I think it has potential, but I think it's risky. I don't really like when companies do this with like such a beloved IP. Like you can mess it up so much. You kind of take like away that sacred feel that it has,
That's
unless you do it correct. So
That's true.
You know what I think
But-
it is too? I think it's because they had a good idea for the writing of Hardline, and I think they have more content for writing that they were just like shit. Like Hardline didn't do as well as what we thought. We might just scratch some of that
But the
content.
single
Single
player
player was
campaign in
badass.
Hardline was awesome.
Yeah, it was good, but I mean, like, it wasn't the reason I would pick up the game and play it again. You
And
know
I
what
do
I mean?
hope that
but
it's
it was
not-
well-written story.
I hope it's not like a police drama. I hope it's not like an extension of Hardline.
No, because then people are just gonna go back and watch reruns of Blue Shield or whatever.
CSI
Correct.
or
Or
something.
CSI.
NYPD
yeah.
Blue.
I hope it's truly a Battlefield series if they're going to do it. Do it right. Stay true to what the franchise is.
Explosions in every show.
Yeah.
And then
It's
I want
got-
somebody to do
it's-
something ridiculous, like throw C4.
Because if you
and
think
then
about what
detonate it.
Battlefield's known for, even Hardline, it was always known for high intensity action.
Yep.
You have this just array of destruction in all the games just happens.
Yep.
And it's explosions, It's American.
So it'd be a good HBO.
Made by Swedish.
It
Show.
would make a pretty good HBO show.
If they could put a dragon in there.
And I said Band of Brothers.
Or like they take a boat overseas
No,
from like America to Europe.
we don't need this.
Yeah, I'm wondering where you're going with this.
You've got
But they bring all their horses.
You've got a year before we talk Game of Thrones again, okay? You've got a year, sir.
It wasn't enough. 10 episodes is not enough.
It's not, and there's only 13 left.
All right, move it.
Hold the door.
All right. I'm sorry, I had to take a deep breath right there because I realized it was a year before I got to watch more Game of Thrones. All right, you guys. Turtle Rock and 2K's game Evolve just got its re-release on Steam, and it is free.
Free to play.
Free to play. Okay, you seem distraught by this.
Okay, like Evolve was already bad. Like it was cool. It was a cool concept. Like it sounded like a game that I wanted to play. I was really excited for Evolve.
It
bought
got a
when it
lot of
came
hype
out.
at the shows
Yeah,
too. Like
and
every show, people
already
ranted
play
and raved
and
about it.
it's unbalanced. It's not fun. They added these new monsters. They look cool environments. Still didn't change any of the game. And I don't think a free to play update is going to make that game any better because now if you want your upgrades, you're going to have to buy them.
I disagree. Okay, so currently the game has no in-game purchase. There is no way to
I didn't
spend
hear
money.
about that.
Yeah, there is currently no way to spend real currency in the Evolve game. Now, that doesn't mean it won't come later on.
There will be.
And
Skins. I'm already.
I
waiting
get
for
that.
it,
I get
yeah.
that. But as of right now, every part of the original game is unlockable just by playing the game.
Okay.
Right?
So it's kind of like War Thunder.
I get you hooked. That's your hook.
Yep.
To get
No,
it, and play
100%.
it, and get in love with it, and then want more from it. That's where you drop your money.
For me, I think this was a smart move because I picked up Evolve when it came out.
Me too.
The gameplay was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Goliath all day.
There
every day.
was no depth to it. There was nothing else to do except for jump online with your friends, play, have some fun, and go away.
And hope you got the monster. If not, I would back out.
If your friends weren't online playing, there was no reason for me to play it.
Right.
There was no point for me to play alone. Even to group up with other people on the mic, it just wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining. If I could group up with my friends, if I could be like, hey, I have this, go get this game. It's free to play. You'd probably go play it. We'd probably play it together, and we'd have a good time playing.
I don't know. You know, Rocket League, right?
Yep.
You know how they just got that Neo Tokyo update?
Yes.
Now, Neo Tokyo's based off of like a whole universe, but there's a game called Neo Tokyo that's free to play on Steam. Probably one of the most trash games I've ever played in my entire life. So I'm a little apprehensive of free-to-play games. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a hurt place.
I get that.
So-
I get that. I promise you the gameplay is fun. It's really fun if you get to play with people. There's just no meat to it. There's like a good foundation, just nothing.
You know what?
built on top of it.
Maybe me and the Steam community will give it a try.
Maybe give it a shot. Yeah. It has been good for them though, because before it went free to play, they were looking at anywhere from a couple hundred to 1,000 players a day playing the game. That was it. That's bad. Day of launch, it jumped up to 25,000 players in a day. So it jumped really big, really high. It's actually close to their highest number they've ever had, which was like 27,000 players in a day, which was actually the month it came out.
You know, and I can see why that is because that's one of those games where you want to play it, but the price tag's kind of like one of those.
Yep.
So
And then it's like, even with like the $60 price tag when it came out, like the hype train was so real for that game. And then it was like you could hit the end of your content before waiting for season pass like real quick.
Yep, 100%.
And I was like, no, I'm done.
I beat the game in, I think, like 4 hours. And I was like, I will never touch this again.
I wonder if this is a precursor to maybe like a new game coming out for them. Like maybe they're trying to get people re-excited, re-talking about the game being good, what they do like about it.
If they use the same concept for a better game, I'd probably be down for that. It's just as long as it's a better game.
Horror games coming out, Dead by Daylight, which is same concept.
Jason. 4
versus 1. They got the Friday the 13th game coming out.
God, yes.
Versus Jason.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it was a good move for them because obviously the game wasn't moving. People weren't playing the game, so the people who were on were having a hard time getting into servers.
That sucks too because like it's so weird because like other people I feel have, like Catalyst like catapulted off of that success because like Battleborn came out, Overwatch, like those kind of games, similar structure, different character types that do different things, all against one unified enemy. Overwatch, sure, it's like PvP the whole time, no one big monster, but like Battleborn, you could have one guy just get steamrolling people with experience, and that's like your Goliath in that match. So I don't know. I think it's the right time for that game to come out since there's like other podiums it could jump off of, but I don't know if it'll stick around. The character design though was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the
100%.
characters
They did
were
such
badass.
a good job.
like the teamwork that you had to play.
The teamwork, it, like, you had to be very close knit. So, like you were saying, like you had to have a team.
Yep.
And then, like even the monster development too. Like I think the Goliath still to this day is like one of my favorite like monster based characters.
To play as, yeah.
It's just it was so much fun.
What was it? The Behemoth, I think it was.
Kraken.
Kraken.
Kraken was
so
cool, man. But I just
Slow but cool,
I
yeah.
literally want there to be a mode where it's like monsters just rampage on each other. If you did that,
Monster
I
deathmatch.
would be all in, hands
Monster
down.
deathmatch.
Monster deathmatch, absolutely.
Everyone wants to play as the monster. Everyone wants to be a monster. Like they get old school Rampage.
And they had
like,
such cool
Rampage
abilities.
was such a
too.
great game.
I was just thinking that. I was like, when you said new game, I was like, Rampage by 2K, right?
Climb the building.
Or by Turtle Rock, whoever.
Smash
right?
it.
Oh,
I'd say you guys definitely go get it off Steam. It's free. You can go play with some friends. If you're looking for a good like game to just play together, I'd say this is one to check out. Have some fun. Support people who are giving you a game for free. I think that's really cool.
Tweet
true.
at them that we want Monster Mayhem mode. Tweet at them.
Oh yeah, Monster
I
Mayhem.
think I'm going to tweet on that like right now.
Yeah, do it. I'm okay with
Monster
that.
Free for All, Monster Deathmatch.
I mean, like, yeah, right
Bust it
here
out.
on the
Do it.
podcast, tweet at them. I need a tweet up in like 30
Because-
seconds.
Free to
It needs
play.
be live.
We're tweeting.
Push comes to shove. What's going to cost you? An hour of
Yep.
disappointment.
Turtle
Exactly.
Rock.
While he's tweeting out, we're going to talk about one that I'm sure everybody's heard of. Red Dead Redemption has come to the Xbox One as a backwards
Yep.
compatible game.
I've already started playing it.
That's really cool. I heard there's some updates too. Like the game
There is.
has a much higher frame rate, which is really cool. It said it has a higher frame rate than the 360 ever could put out.
Yes, it looks better. It plays better. The load times are way faster. Everything, just the whole game just looks better. As I was playing it, and this is before I knew that they updated it, I was like, man, what is it just the Xbox pushing it out more? And then I saw the article, and I was like, yes, it is. It looks beautiful.
I think that's cool too. It's really easy to do that backwards compatible and have some glitches in there and cuts, and for it to just run smoother is awesome.
We'll give all you console players one thing, and that's that it never came to PC. Oh. Yeah, I know, but I still played it. I'm 100% of that game. Undead Nightmare has to be one of the greatest expansions of all time.
I gotta ask, is there a Grand Theft Auto mod that makes it like Red Dead Redemption? I feel like there is. There's gotta be.
I don't mod Grand Theft Auto. I just mostly because I play online. With
That's
my
fair.
buddies, so
That's fair. Did you get the tweet out?
Oh, the tweet's been sent. Turtle Rock. I'm looking forward to your response.
get with it.
Get good.
At your tweet, girl.
Yeah.
All right, next bit of news. That wasn't a word. Okay.
You were about to say business
Next
and bit.
bit of business. I know Zach's actually really excited. No Man's Sky has gone gold.
I lost my shit. I tweeted at them so much. Sean,
You look confused.
good fucking
Yes.
job.
Okay, what's up?
Good job.
Okay, so my definition of gold is going to be probably a little bit different, but
You're thinking like a record
yeah,
gone gold. Okay.
yeah.
So
As soon as I heard this, I looked it up. I'm like, when the fuck did it come out? And I was freaking out. I'm like, I thought it wasn't coming out till later.
It's already
No.
pre-sold copies.
when a game goes
Is the
gold,
pre-gold?
it's printed. It's like it's on
It's
a
when
disc.
it's when it's gone off to the print. Like the first version 1.0 is done.
Somebody has a physical disc of the game that they can put in, and that was the picture.
All right.
If you saw the tweet,
the one with the black writing on
I
it.
Yeah.
love the install. 6 gigs.
6 gigs.
That's it.
For an infinite universe.
But that shows a heavy reliance on network.
On
Yes.
server base.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the graphics.
I think-
They're not super high speed.
Graphics are stressful, and he said
No, not at all.
most of that was music. Actually, in the 6 gigs, it's downloaded.
And that and your
music. They do
license
have
to
that
the
one
server.
band coming
Yeah.
through doing all the music. But what I think is going to be a problem though is if you start having like a choky network, start having high ping, you're going to start getting problems in the game. And
I think they're-
but that's a lot of games these days with always online kind of.
I
deal,
think
so,
I think that the way they did it, and Sean, you can correct me if you ever watch this, but
please watch
the
this.
way their servers are ran and the way that they are structured, it's off an algorithm.
Yeah.
So until placement is made with that data,
doesn't
I think it hits another server after that, and
Yeah,
that's where
I don't
it.
think because I know that they basically say that this area of the world exists, but until someone shows up,
It doesn't
the world
exist.
hasn't been generated.
Yeah. So it's like if you're on a planet that's not named and it explodes, do the other players hear it?
No.
Is there an algorithm for that audio? Is that part of my 6 gig download?
So philosophical.
Tell me.
How many teraflops does that take?
If it's not relevant in a server, will a player hear it?
No.
No.
I'm excited to see what other kind of anomalies we'll see in that game.
I just wanna be a
when it comes out.
pirate.
Surprises, things that we're not telling, because they've really just showed the planet in some of the games.
You know what? Out of all games that like got a lot of hype, they still haven't showed a lot of the game. Even with the one time he actually sat down and played it on a I think it was a late night talk show. But he sat down, he played it, and like he was like, "Oh, this is how you can do research. This is your central hub. This is where you go to dump all your like
It was
resources."
with, Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I
he
think I
like
saw
he had to
that.
like get through the door. He could hack it or just destroy it, but then security bots
And
came
then they started
over.
shooting
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, nice.
that's really it. Like there's
I
a
saw
few
one
other
of-
things
it
too,
was
where like he
aliens,
shot
wasn't
the
it?
ground, he shot other things, and he would collect those resources. And like you can even destroy the planet, but the security drones are all over you the minute
Yep.
you start touching the planet. Not the resources, but the planet
I
itself.
actually saw at a convention I went to. I saw him play. I think he did 3 different worlds where he basically went to them. He had like a cheat mode on where he could just look at another planet and jump to it, so you didn't see much space travel.
space travel.
The one bit of space travel you did was him landing on the first planet. He was driving to it, and a bunch of pirate ships were attacking a supply ship. And he basically said you can destroy the supply ship with the pirates and share part of the loot. You can save the supply ship from the pirates by killing the pirates and hope to get something back.
Right.
Or you could just drive away and just forget about it and just not worry about it at all. So that was kind of cool that it really is your option. You kind of get rewarded
pirate.
however you play. So it's
Yeah.
kind of at your own.
And that's a fun part too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, not a lot of hardcore stuff has been shown. There's
Yeah.
still a lot of other things that we've been told. There's other ships. There's adjustments. There's things you can do. How big can my ships get? Undetermined. How small do my ships start off on? Undetermined, because it's random at selection. So it's like, what weapon do I start with? Random, unselected. I'm like, holy shit! People are so excited. They don't know what to be excited about, which is great because the few little things I have seen, I'm in love with.
Right,
I
yeah.
don't need a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
from this. I just need space travel, my own journey, and if I could have like a comm set up on my computer where I can talk to 12 people, maybe I'll never meet them, but just to know I'm having a journey in the same universe. Is
I'll journey
awesome.
with you. Oh, 100%.
If we can, because they're still selling the thing that like you can never meet up with your friends.
Yeah.
Well, you
They
supposedly-
said
No, they
said
there's
it
not
straight up, yeah.
multiplayer.
straight up that like you cannot invite because you're all in the same
Right.
world.
Yep.
But like, I want to know
the
if I can.
chances of you meeting are so slim you'll never meet them.
Right, and then it's like even then too, I would still like to have a patch where it's like I could fly off with Josh or Brandon or James and like actually have an adventure because I think that's
If they
the
did,
real magic in space.
if they
is
did
to have
some
that
sort of
journey.
thing where you like pick a planet and make it like your hub for like your crew, that'd be really cool. So every time you load up on the same planet, and you guys could do whatever. That'd be.
But
cool.
these are
I
false
don't-
speculations.
Just, this is
Yeah,
all
we
just
don't know.
Stuff
hope.
we'd like, but then again, you have to realize that maybe would be the multiplayer aspect of it maybe ruin the total version, like the total heart of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to space pirate with people.
To me, I think the coolest part of this game
Play PC.
is the company who made it, Hello Games, is made of 15 people.
Yeah,
I think it got to
pretty
20
dope.
by the end.
Maybe.
I think it's
When
really
it-
small.
Yeah.
5 people.
All the music is done by 65 Days of Static, and they can fucking wail.
Yep.
And have like their own
I'm
audio
impressed.
tone to everything. It's great.
We could talk about the game forever. Let's
Moving on.
All right, last bit of news. One I am really excited about. That's why it got in here, is because Attack on Titan multiplayer mode has been announced for the new game. Boom!
What is it?
Attack on Titan multiplayer got announced for the new game.
Wait, so like I can take out Titans with you guys, or we have to
Yes.
kill each other?
No, with people. 4-player
That's
co-op.
fucked up.
You get to jump into it. The 4 of you basically become a scouting party, so you go beyond the wall. You get to take out Titans. You get to attack. You get to do all that really cool, fun shit.
What I love about the
Game comes out August 30th.
Attack on Titan game is there's already been Attack on Titan multiplayer modes out there already on other games.
Yep.
Inception.
Like there's ones where it looks like there's little like your little chibi pop figures running around killing Titans.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I've seen
With
that
the
one.
big heads and stuff. Yeah.
All I know is this one though, because you know what, we had the chance to play that at E3, wasn't it? There
We did, yeah.
and we skipped over it
skipped over
because
it.
the line was huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time too, we were sitting there, we were looking at everything, and I'm just like, oh my god, like that is quick combat. Like there is no.
That's the shit you love. That's
Yeah,
the shit
I love fast-paced combat. Anything that can make me like stick my nose in it and learn from my mistake, absolutely.
And that game does it. You have the omnidirectional 3D maneuvering device. God, that is like the longest name.
I don't even.
For a
It's,
piece
it's
of
a Steam
equipment.
bot on your back, and
it's the-
anime fans can correct
It's
me.
the omnidirectional 3D maneuvering device. That's what it's called. That's like the official name for it. Well, at least in the American.
Josh, thanks for
anime.
rolling your eyes. I appreciate you, boo boo.
No, that's its name.
I know.
It's-
But I'm rolling my eyes because that's its name.
It's bitchin', dude. Have you seen the anime?
No, I don't know what Attack on Titan is.
Even I've seen that anime.
I just had to make sure. 'Cause
Don't
that thing
talk
is
shit about
super
Attack
sweet.
on Titan.
God, okay, super cool. Back up.
How about Attack on This?
That
Hot right now.
Sunburn.
So hot.
I don't know. I think the
sunburn.
multiplayer.
I know.
is gonna
I
be
think
cool.
I think my moisture just automatically went into your. I can't even wipe my
Actually
spit
have-
away. It's
yeah,
not even there.
You may have actually gotten.
It's
burned.
okay. It's all right. It's all good. We'll
I
move
think-
it along.
I think it'll be cool. So that's it. That's our news this week, you guys. Nothing else cool happened out there. That's actually not true. A bunch of other stuff happened, but that was just the news I picked.
I feel like there's one big thing that you're missing.
Go for it.
No, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty
Kerbal
big.
Space Program's coming to PlayStation 4. I just wanted to say something.
We'll gloss past that. All right, you guys. Something.
There you know.
There we go.
Something serious. I promised it early on, and I'm a man of my word. We're gonna talk some more Pokemon Go. But for the something serious, I have a.
I'm ready. I'm cracking my neck.
He's getting prepped over
I'm
here.
ready to go.
All right, this is gonna be a question that I want. We can talk about however we want, but should Pokemon Go be taken seriously as a video game?
Yes,
Okay, why?
hands down.
Why? I don't agree or disagree with you at the moment. You'll get my opinion later on.
advocate over here.
But why?
Get a load of this guy.
Defend your. Defend
I'm just kidding.
yourself.
I'm just joking. Defend myself. Oh God, Brandon, stop!
This
Don't
fucking
hit me.
guy.
Brandon, stop it.
Steal your opinion.
So when it first came out, I was skeptical. I was like, it's gonna be an app. It's gonna be based off microtransactions, whatever. But it's like even the stuff you can buy right now, it still doesn't like hinder your ability, right? Like
agree.
you can't buy your way to get better at the game. You literally have to play it
I
to
agree.
get better, which is cool. So that gets rid of that speculation, which I was actually pretty worried about.
That it was gonna be a pay to win.
Yeah, the gym mechanic, the walking around, like actually having to walk around, it's a really good AR game. It's on a cell phone. Should it be taken seriously as like a console video game or even a PC game? I don't know. Shower with your dad simulator was taken pretty damn seriously around here. So I think Pokemon Go should be. My only problem is like it's still not the full game.
Right.
You guys still only have like a partition of it, which is like the walking around, the catching, the gym, the Pokestops, setting up lures, incense, whatever. You don't have trade yet. You don't have direct battle yet.
Nope.
You don't have what was the other thing they were saying? Supposedly hatcheries. I don't know.
Like breeders?
There's supposed to be
Nurseries,
other.
there we go.
There's supposed to be other stuff that comes up later besides Pokestops and besides gyms. There's gonna be other location stuff, and they still.
They talked about opening up more locations.
Yeah, and then officially too, I think it's later in November. They want to start releasing like the first legendary event Pokemon or whatever. So I don't know if that's true or not. We're kind of just waiting to find out at this point.
So before we jump to them, because I'm sure everyone's going to have a side to this, I agree with you. I think the game does a lot for people. It gets us outside. The game doesn't rely on microtransaction, which is a big thing I was worried about as well. My question is, though, is this company has put out a game almost identical to Pokemon Go before, Ingress. There's a lot of the same elements of this game, a lot of the same stuff. It did not have a Pokemon background on it. Because of that, the game didn't blow up nearly as much as this one did. So, did the game get big? Did Pokemon Go have its success because it has a Pokemon name on it? Or is it because the gameplay is there and it's actually worth having? So, that's where I was coming from. Like, is this game... I had an adventure with James. I don't...
Okay, that's Brad. He's a good buddy of mine.
For people who don't know, we're talking about Brad's question in the Twitch chat. So
when I took my trip out to Virginia, my family and I, we stayed at his house. He's one of my TBOC brothers from the club that I'm in.
Yep.
And he's a really good guy, but he is a fucking nut job. So I have no idea what he's talking about right now. He'll probably say something like we slept together or snuggled or something. That's just Brad.
it's cool. We understand. But on the thing at Pokemon Go, so I mean, I've been having fun with the game. I've been playing it way too much, probably more than most people, and I'll admit that. But a lot of the appeal to me does come from my want to collect all the Pokemon. I want to be the best.
You've been collecting all
no
the
one ever
Pokemon
was.
for what, 20 years?
Exactly, my whole life.
Yeah.
So to me, this game is successful because of the Pokemon name.
I agree.
On it. The game is still fun. I enjoy myself when I do it. It's getting me out walking. I feel healthier. I feel better. I feel happier. There's a lot of good that it's been doing for me. But is it because the game is good? And I hate to say it, but I don't think so.
I got you. And I'll agree with that too. So the thing that drives me is it's Pokemon skinned,
Correct.
right? That's pretty much it. Like if you were to put this on Armored Core, another thing I like a lot. I don't think I'm gonna go walk 2 blocks to go get the left leg of a mech that I need,
Although that would be
or something,
hilarious.
or an assault rifle attachment for my Gundam.
You fucking would.
I probably would for the first month, but
Okay, so no, there you go. So you even said it right. Pokemon Go is not a serious video game; it's an app. But if you look what it's been doing for Nintendo, it's raised their stocks 25%.
Okay,
every.
Let's cycle back and say your question again.
Okay, you want to hear the question
I want to
again?
hear the question again.
Should Pokemon Go be taken seriously?
Be the app itself be taken seriously, not taken seriously as a video game? Because I remember I heard that somewhere.
that's true. Okay, so I get what you mean.
Okay, so Pokemon Go, of course, any killer app, I guess we'll call it, even though that's a term for video games.
I get it,
but any killer app should be taken seriously for, because, in what sense taken seriously is, what it did for Nintendo is great for business. That's a serious endeavor.
100%.
What it does for, the detriment that it's causing some people is also very serious.
Yep.
And that's something for sure. I mean, we have people getting robbed, coming across dead bodies.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to touch on.
Businesses, we have businesses that are being harassed by people who shouldn't be there.
I agree.
Homes as well that used to be businesses that for some reason aren't. What they are now. People coming up into their yards and stuff. There's a Pokestop.
I walk into people's yards all the time. I'm like, there's a goddamn fucking Squirtle in your yard. You better believe.
U of A Tech Park. Some of the Pokemon stops over there are in really dangerous and highly restricted locations. We're talking about the Raytheon plant where they build America's munitions.
Yes.
We can't have errant assholes walking around over here and then coming up out of nowhere and then just getting harassed by people with freaking assault rifles because they won't take it well. Because in this day and age,
Raytheon is armed security.
yeah, they carry assault rifles, for sure. I'm not even joking. Back behind the closed
I
doors,
agree.
So it should be taken seriously as something that needs to be taken seriously. But the app itself, it shouldn't be taken seriously because it's just a game. It gets people outside. It's AR. I guarantee you the massive hype that we're seeing right now is going to die off a little bit as time goes by.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get the people who are like, why do I play this shit? I only played it because everyone else was because I'm a fucking sheep, And then they're gonna put it away. And then you're gonna have the hardcore players who got the 3,000.
And that's the thing too. So it's like from a hardcore player perspective, like it's a good game, okay, for being cell phone. You have other good games that were out there too, like Infinity Blade. Yeah. Remember when that game came out?
I played the ever living shit out
Oh
of that
my
game.
God, blew up the world and
Still
pretty
have
much
that on
like
my
put
iPad.
the milestone into apps before people were like, holy shit, you can actually run stuff on a tablet and have fun with it.
That was a game, though.
Yeah, that was a game.
That was not an app.
But this is like an app with like a skin of a game over it. But that's what I'm saying. Like hardcore player perspective, like I don't think it can flourish.
Do you
because
think it'll become more of a game for, say, when the full part of it rolls out? When you
I don't
can do
think so.
trading,
That will go
when
on
you
to
can
what I
do
was gonna say.
battling, when you can do all this
We're
stuff.
Because then it's like then your CP of your Pokemon's 8 points less, but it's like maybe you're better at tapping and swiping than the other person because they have a physical handicap. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think there can be a hardcore player audience for the game, like diehard, like hell yeah, bro, I'm gonna stomp your shit with my 400
people,
EV.
just like Ingress was. Is you had loyal people who were loyal to whether it was the Resistance or the Enlightened, I think it was.
Yep.
That's correct.
And you're gonna have people who are loyal to those, and they'll keep playing because they have a group of 4 people who go out to a bar. That bar happens to be one of their little nodes,
And they just do it for fun.
And they just do it for fun.
We
at
have a
that point.
pig that used to play Ingress. He played the living hell out of it, Brandon Hebert, and he said he played it for a long, long time, and just eventually he just ended up getting bored of it. And that goes along with what you're saying. The hype's going to die down. The same thing happened with Ingress. The same thing's going to happen with Pokemon Go, and I know the same thing's going to happen with Father.io when it comes out, which I'm a backer on, which I'm very excited for.
See, that's another AR.
That's virtual AR shooting, which is great.
That's more of like an event thing. This is like
Yeah.
an interactive world map.
It's not a game. It's an app.
It's more like it's just Google Maps with a VR, an AR game attached to it.
And that's fine though for what it is. It's not okay. I'm going to agree with Brandon. It's so far it operates like shit. It's not that great. It keeps crashing all the fucking time. I'd be tapping the shit out of stuff and I'm not catching stuff. And yeah, it's not that great of a game. Is it fun? Hell yes, it's fun.
Yep.
I don't even play it every day. And I know it hasn't been out very long yet, but I don't even touch it every day. I touch it maybe every other day. And I will drive around, my neighborhood or town
wake
for
up in
like an
my
hour
sleep.
or something
I'm
like that. And see, and I don't do that because that's just not my thing. But the fun that I am having with it is fun. I think it along with what Josh said, it needs to be taken very seriously as just a serious thing in this world. Because, like he said, people are getting robbed. And kids are playing this game. 12, 13-year-old kids are going out at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're like sneaking out of their house or whatever the case may be to go and catch these fucking Pokemon. And I think that it's not Niantic's responsibility to fix that.
No, 100% not.
A lot of people are saying that they need to change their shit. It's not their fucking
Look,
responsibility.
hide your kids,
Be a fucking parent.
hide your wives.
Be a fucking parent.
I heard
everybody
that one
running
Raise
out
your
playing
kids
Pokemon
and do the
Go.
right fucking thing. What Niantic does need to do, though, is they need to move some of their fucking Pokestops and some of the places where things be spawning for places like Raytheon, military bases,
I
stuff like
disagree
that.
with that as well.
Because what about
it's
the people
not-
that work there that play
Yeah,
it though?
it's not
like
on-
that's maybe their one thing that they
Okay,
get time
that's,
for.
I hadn't thought of that. That's fair enough.
And like you were just saying,
Yeah.
it's not
That's fair
Niantic.
enough.
It's not their job to police you on everything you do. If something's restricted, I don't give a shit what Pokemon is in there. If it is restricted by law, guess what? The law says you can't go in there. Your
That's
video,
fine. Yeah,
it'd be
that's
like,
fair.
it's like saying Grand Theft Auto should not have shooting in it because somebody went and shot somebody. No, it's not the person who
I
built.
think that's so
I think
incredibly
that's-
different.
That is very different
That's
because
very
like
different.
physically being driven to the location by a game is very different with that too. So it's like I get what James is saying because it's like you have to know. We'll use Raytheon example because it's local and we know the security's tight. But it's like the security fence you're walking up to. It's got barbed wire, razor wire on top. It's also got electricity going through the fences and the barbed wire on the other side.
It also
but
says
you
restricted area.
But
on
you're
it.
just like, man, that Pokestop on the other
feel-
side, I need it. And there's one at Bank of America, but this one could have some shit.
I feel like Darwinism and the Darwin Awards are going to come into like a big play. In
it already has. Did you hear
Yeah.
about the car accident in California?
Yeah, this kid walked into fucking traffic and
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh.
So there was no shit. So like it's like second day the app's been out, and it's actually on our local news today. Our news station was doing like a piece on it. I didn't watch it, but So anyway, yeah. So there was an interstate accident in California. Somebody saw a Pikachu on the app. He decided to proceed to put his car on park on the interstate. He was not over on the side lanes.
Shut up.
So he then gets people honking and going around him. He catches the Pikachu. By the time he starts moving forward again, there's already a car at the back. Rear ends him. They both get out and start talking about what happened in the accident. I don't know about the severity of the damage or if the guy was able to brake, whatever. But they were both playing the app. The guy did not see him or go around him at all because he was also playing the app in the car. So
That's fucking... See, that's the problem, though, is, number one, common sense always fails.
I know what that means.
In this day and age, common sense always fails. You also have tons of fucking problems with people just not paying attention, period, in driving, and now you have them playing a fucking game. I heard tell that Niantic is going to be a thing where you can't play that game on anything that's going more than 15 miles an hour.
I think that would be smart.
good news. All the streets here are 40 until you hit the interstate.
I don't think that's going to happen.
15. I said 15.
Oh, I heard 5-0.
I don't think that's going to happen whatsoever. Look at Snapchat. They have that thing there. You can put a speed app on the thing. You can, when you take a picture of yourself, it says how fast you're going. People have gotten into really nasty car accidents with that. They're under no legal obligation to change that whatsoever because their user thing says straight up, do not do this in a car.
But Snapchat probably doesn't give a shit about their fucking users, though. This is different, though. I feel like Niantic...
I'd like them to, but...
I feel like Niantic has... Because this is like... Snapchat has like, we put this thing out for you, use it, we'll just throw updates at you. Niantic's like, well, we really want to get involved with the community. Because it's about community. Snapchat's not about community. Snapchat's about sending nudes to fucking people and they disappear after 10 seconds. You know, and you can just surprise people with dick pics. I do.
Did you know?
Okay, I don't.
Did you know?
I don't actually
that there are now Pokemon Go dick pics. There's a couple videos or like a couple pics going around where like a dude's laying in bed and he's like naked and he took a picture and there's like a Diglett there instead. People get nice and creative with their shit.
If Jesse is talking about the same one that Zach was just talking about, I didn't realize it was the same too. Yeah, Snopes debunked the shit out of that. I don't know if she's talking about the same one though.
A lot of these stories about things have been getting debunked. Where people are like,
okay,
well,
fair
that's
enough.
just bull.
It's a failing.
Like I was trying to figure out today in that Pokemon group on Facebook, this dude said a bunch of kids got jumped down in Udall Park with baseball bats, and I'm like, well, let me see your proof. Let me see your source.
I've been down to Udall Park a few times since there has been.
I've heard it's nothing but awesome fun.
All it is just a bunch of people walking around with their freaking phones out, having fun. There's a couple stops where people just sit and hang out and chat with each other and drop some lures and all catch their Pokemon and have fun.
What you said is 100% though.
What I said,
if somebody was to fucking do that, they would get stopped.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
What I said is you have a bunch of people who are like-minded, except Team Instinct, which they stopped on the freeway. I guarantee you they were to both Team Instinct players. They have to be.
It had to be.
They had to be. They have to be.
That's funny.
Oh, that is funny.
But you have, so you have a whole bunch of like-minded individuals mobbing in groups, okay? So
Yep.
they're all going around to these same places, these places that are obviously thing. And we all went out.
Yeah,
so
100%.
you had to stay in. But we all went out, and we popped the joke that, when you put a lure on a Pokestop, it doesn't lure Pokemon, it lowers Pokemon trainers because there's always 100 people around. We went up on the hill, we popped a lure on the thing, and just people gravitated towards it. You know, you have all these people, like-minded people, and if anyone who knows that those people are being jumped because they're Pokemon players, they would try to intercede it. It's just like, I know not a lot of people have that, bravery, and that's not really something we can discuss because it's a bridge that you have to cross when you come to it.
We are only 4 people out of all the millions of people playing Pokemon Go, and I know not one person at this table right here would not do that.
Right.
And we're only 4.
I know there's tons more, and you got to think that there's tons and tons more, and like that kind of thing bugs me, and I there's conflicting stories about the kids getting jumped at the park here in Tucson with a baseball bat, and that's going everywhere. And I do know that 3 kids did get jumped and robbed. It wasn't that baseball bat. So,
yes.
But that was stopped by someone who worked at the park. And
My question, though, is would those people have still gotten robbed if they weren't playing Pokemon Go? If they were just walking around texting on their cell phones,
it would have been the same
situation would have happened.
But you put more fish in the shark pool.
Yeah, and some people are actually using they're going to Pokestops, known Pokestops, and waiting for it. Was happening in
Chicago.
It was what it was. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Some people
that's
actually
Chicago
shit.
shit.
Yeah, but the point is that it did happen. Just be safe. If you're going out and you're playing this game in the middle of bad neighborhoods, be safe, be protected.
Regardless of bad neighborhoods and stuff like that, here's a big thing, and I have to say this as a huge thing because this hits home with me. My dad works for Parks and Rec.
There you go.
He works for Parks and Rec here in Tucson, Arizona, and he is responsible for Udall Park. Please pick your shit up.
Not just at Udall Park. if you're going outside, I know
Anywheres.
a lot of us are used to being inside.
If you're littering, you're a piece of shit.
Wow.
Boom.
I'll say it straight up. You are a piece of shit
There's
if you're
trash
littering
cans
everywhere.
there for a reason. Don't make a mess of the place. My dad has to clean your shit up.
Just like be mindful of like where you're at, what you're doing. You're out in nature. Let's make sure when we do go out in nature, we're not making it worse. We're making it better. We're going out there to enjoy it. There's other people who enjoy it who aren't stuck to their cell phone, and I promise you they don't want to see your trash.
So, cycling back to your question,
Okay.
I don't think Pokemon Go should be taken seriously.
No.
However, I think that the responsibility
Yes.
as a human being whilst playing it should be taken seriously.
And I think Team Valor should be taken seriously, very seriously.
I mean, it's Team Valor.
100%.
Yeah.
We take that shit
We're,
very
we're
seriously.
basically like House Gryffindor.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, we're basically like Team Rocket.
Dick's so huge you can
Well,
see
that's
it from
not like
space.
Gryffindor.
Boom. We're like all of those combined.
Our shit's touching our knees, man.
Well, like if you took every awesome thing on the planet and just like molded it up into a big wad
And
of
then
fucking
spray
awesome.
painted it red.
I was actually voting to try to.
Hell no, that's fucking hilarious. Zeke just said, never underestimate the power of nerds and large herds. No, hell
That's
no.
true.
That's 100% true. 100% true.
I vote to rename Team Valor Team Badassitude.
Bad attitude?
I second the notion to move.
Motion
Third.
carries, Nintendo, make it happen.
Bad attitude.
Team Badassitude.
Niantic, make it happen.
Whoever. I don't
gonna
care
make
who
it happen.
does it.
Peter, hack that shit, make it happen.
Make it happen. Team Mystic or
Yeah, you know we can add you to block, right? JT Beers? Yeah, we're
right.
gonna get him on the block list.
Go block.
Get him to the block list.
Fucking
We
Jesse.
don't need your kind of negativity in here.
Fucking Jesse.
Team Valor.
I don't, Jesse. I like you,
Yep.
but I don't know if I can recognize you as a human being.
That's right.
We were just talking about Darwinism Awards, and that goes to JT Beers.
All of Team Instinct.
Hey, Razorhog, what this is the coolest podcast that you'll ever watch on a
Ever.
Monday night. Ever. That's
Ever.
guaranteed.
Period.
What is
right
Twitch hopping,
now,
though?
Right now, we're talking about Pokemon Go and if it should be taken seriously. And we've decided that it shouldn't unless you're on Team Valor. Then it should be taken very
Very seriously.
Super serious. Always serious.
We do this every single week, Razor. We've been having, what is it, episode 35?
35.
35, we do streaming all week long.
Valor has fired due to the hot air in the logo. Savage. I appreciate it.
Well, he's Instinct. JS Killjoy, that's Jeffrey. He's Instinct.
Oh,
Well,
get
it's
out of here.
He eats glue.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
my instincts are telling me you'll be last at the gym.
No, like I said, it's not Team Instinct. It's Team Inept.
Inept.
And it's not Team what is it? Team Mystic?
Mystic?
It's Team Mistake.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Try and come up with a good one for Valor.
Try
Too
it.
bad, too late, didn't happen.
Yeah, what, Valiant? Is that going to be your comeback?
Oh, I'm so
Vagina?
hurt.
Please.
Oh, God. Yeah, right? Thank you.
Voluptuous? Why, thank you, sir.
Yes, we are.
Vixens?
I'm actually trying to.
Oh, yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Totally, come on.
Totally.
There we go.
Valium of it.
Boom.
Nice.
I mean, there's worse things, I guess.
Bash Bobby Petrino for me, please.
Hey, Bobby Petrino.
What the hell?
What else, Bobby Petrino?
You
Get
know,
your shit together, Bobby.
take all your shit.
Do it.
You put it in the bag. You fuck off.
Hey, you leave Razor Hog
I don't
alone.
know who the shit you are, but
Well,
you
we'll come.
motherfucker, you show up and you Bobby Petrino.
We'll come for you.
Dude, I swear, I'm gonna fucking.
I'm so upset
I would
about-
rip my beard off and choke you with it, Bobby Petrino.
I don't even know.
Here comes the SWAT right now.
You ever
That's
seen
the SWAT
Office?
thing.
You ever seen Office Space? That's you on the ground for the printer.
Bobby Petrino. I am so upset.
I hope you're not important.
Hold on, let me Google this guy real quick.
Bobby is
I was an
Arkansas.
Arkansas fan.
There
Thanks,
we go.
good stuff.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I hope
no
I hope you
problem.
enjoyed that, and I hope Bobby Petrino.
Who even likes Arkansas? Why is Arkansas
Razorbacks.
still a state? Hey, back over there. Hey, could you guys figure out why Arkansas is a state?
and why you let Bobby Petrino be there?
Yeah, for real.
Get it together.
I don't know if he's there. He's just a fan.
Oh, I like to yell about him.
Roll Tide.
Really
baby.
quick too.
Roll
Just
Tide.
on Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Does anybody wish the battle system was different?
100,000%.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
You could just.
I want to battle people.
I don't see, and that's the thing too. Yeah, because like I didn't even figure out the tap and hold until like by mistake,
Right.
and then I was like,
So I was
Not
saying
phrasing.
if this
Fucking
game,
Jeffrey.
if it was exactly what it is, but the battle system for it was just regular Pokemon, turn-based, I pick
do you
them
think
up
they
Absolutely.
didn't do that so they don't hurt the same market their games come out of?
100%.
I think that's why.
100%. Because then if they had done that, they would have
hadn't
had to
thought about
charge for the game.
Smart.
Because it would have been in direct competition of the new game Sun and Moon coming out. They would have had to charge for it. It would not have hit as large of a market as it's hit, and that's just the way it is. So it was a fax.
It's not that hard to
Pretty
hit
sure
a
it was a
fax
copy
machine.
machine. Hold on a
JT
second.
Beers. It's
Pretty sure that was a copy machine.
it doesn't matter what it is. It was a machine, just like you are joining the other brands.
Boom. It was a fax machine. Just deal with it.
Move it along, sweet darling.
But yeah, no, that really does upset me. The whole battle system.
I like
Yeah.
the gym system though.
I think that's
gym
really
system's cool as shit.
That's really sweet.
I really wish like, and I doubt it, but like Sun and Moon coming out and everything. Like, I don't expect there to be a gym where the Wi-Fi internet capacity can take over and fight over.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as shit, but I don't think it's happening.
Well, they are bringing leaderboards. Maybe it takes the top
That is a copy machine
6
printer
leaders
combo.
and turns their Pokemon into one Pokemon team.
Volva.
That'd be great.
Boom. I'm still okay with that. I'm not even offended by that.
Neither am I.
Fax machine.
Right?
No, it's
We're
not.
like a delicate flower
even.
and fuck you up.
That is a printer copier
Fuck
combo.
you up. A printer copier combo?
Yes.
What are you guys looking up?
I am
They're
looking
watching
at
the
that
Office
scene from fucking
Space.
Office Space
Where they
because
do
I know
the
he's wrong.
fax machine.
That is a
They
printer
just,
copier
destroy it.
combo. Everything on here says printer scene, printer scene, printer scene, printer scene.
Probably a
Fucking
printer.
printer.
What's a printer?
Have you seen Office Space?
Yeah.
Where
They
they like
smash the machine
Beat up
Oh,
on
yeah.
it.
in the field.
take
It's
it
a
out.
printer. It's a copy printer combo. And that's why they got so pissed off at it because it
Tweet
never
at
prints out the
James.
shit right.
Let him know what you think it is. He'll tweet at
sorry.
you one of the right things or not, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah.
But tweet at him.
I'm done with it.
Just tweet directly at him.
I think it was a fax machine, but okay, let's continue.
Do you think it was a fax machine?
Burrito bet?
No, all these machines
No, I
are
don't
just
know.
like Halo.
Speaking of
They're all
burritos,
the same fucking thing,
I
really.
owe
Like,
Peter a burrito.
Peter and I both owe you a burrito. You get 2 burritos coming towards you.
I think somebody
Do you
owes me
take
a
them at the
burrito.
same time?
I think 6 owes me.
You
a
take
burrito.
both our burritos at the same
Fuck
time?
yeah.
That's right.
So excited.
All right. What to you would make this app a game?
I think what I just talked about.
The battle system?
Battle system getting turned up a bit. I still like the movement and the catching system. I've got no beef with that. That's actually zero beef where I have it. The movement and Pokemon catching I'm cool with. The evolving sucks. I wish
Oh my
I could
God.
battle people directly, and that would, if I could get candy literally just by battling you with one-on-one Pokemon or 1-on-6 or 6-on-6, whatever, and like beating that Pokemon got that specific Pokemon of mine more candies for it to use. I love that shit. I'd be okay with it. And then like maybe still having to level myself to get Stardust or whatever we use. Like, yeah,
That's-
I'd be okay with that.
That's where it does become very much an app versus a game, where it requires you to having to come back to it. It does have that longevity as
No, it
far as
doesn't.
like, as I'm saying, like to level something up. It's always on like most phone games are on like a time
Right,
thing.
I was
You go-
agreeing with you.
You go collect 200 gold, you come back an hour later and you can collect your gold again. It's the same way. You go catch your Pokemon, you walk it however long until you find another one, you catch it.
10 kilometers.
That takes you, that allows you to level it up a little bit. Most of the Pokemon take 50 to even level them up 1 level. Some of them take like 100 candies to go up to like their highest level.
I've never gotten anything yet to get 100 candies.
I think a Kadabra to go to an Alakazam takes 100, and
That
it
was
takes
50.
It takes
A Graveler and a Golem.
yeah. I think most
50
of
is
the
the most I've seen so
50 is the
far.
most I've seen.
The
So.
think I've
third
seen, like,
evolution is
normally takes
100.
100. Yeah, so it's like
Really?
25 for the first
Because
one.
Pidgey
Yeah.
to Pidgeotto
Was only 50.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because
Right.
that's a normal type. Like it's
Oh,
That's
I,
a
ca- I
flying type,
caught a
sir.
Golem in the
no,
wild.
it's a fucking Pidgey.
Yeah.
Does that make me
It's a flying
cool?
type.
It does. Makes you pretty cool.
Okay. I caught a Golem.
But that's
caught
what
him
I was
Mewtwo.
saying. Like
Just kidding.
I was like,
that was the
That was my full you.
that was the single best laugh I've ever heard in my entire life. That
no,
was
he's a
brilliant.
dating man. He's not single.
Yeah.
But if he was single,
Yes.
that would be the single best laugh.
You don't be
To
baby.
get people to stay the fuck
No shit. That'd be birth control right there.
So God, I'm so good.
It's
at
basically socks with
Hey, that
sandals.
turns a lot of people on lately. So, you know what I think would turn into a game?
What's that?
Having the ability to fucking go wherever I want to in my house, like have a little controller that I can just move my dude around my area.
Yeah.
But then with that, I mean, that would defeat
100%
the.
yes.
But
That
to,
would-
to scout or like zoom out and see Tucson, like to be able to scout my.
Brandon
Yes.
probably will get arrested
100%.
first.
100%.
Okay.
Well, to be
Okay.
fair,
Look who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as Brandon getting arrested for trespassing in Pokemon, totally realistic.
Yeah, absolutely
Well,
realistic.
I will put
Totally
this out
100%
here.
realistic.
I will put this.
I've
out here.
already trespassed 100%.
Okay.
Whoa, you've admitted to that on video, and it's
It's-
recorded.
I work
It's
on the
on
radio.
video.
plant.
We will
I
edit
get
that
it.
part out.
No, we won't.
I will work on the I work on the Raytheon plant, and I've worked there for a total because I've worked multiple jobs there for
I
a
won't
total
go to the
about
Raytheon
5 or
plant, I
6 years
promise.
now, and I know how to get back into that area. And I will not say that I've done it before.
For a Pokestop.
Oh, fuck.
That's
That's
good.
hilarious. They
Brandon-
don't know what it is. I think I've brought it up to them before, and they don't know what pogs are.
Brandon has
You might, yeah. You
Brandon
might know.
has trespassed, but nothing like crazy. I haven't like broken
Pokemon
onto
Stay.
military bases. I haven't like broken into a building or anything.
I'm not gonna lie. So there was a, it was Grimer or Muck, and it showed up for my
an
boss at
Arcanine.
work, and it was over one of the busier intersections, and it was like it wasn't so much trespassing, but like after he crossed all the streets. And it was still in the same distance, and the only way he didn't travel was actually into the middle of the intersection. That Pokemon was there.
Yeah.
That Pokemon was in the middle of the intersection.
They gotta fix those spawns for
Yes,
sure.
they
Sure,
do.
because if
there's
it's
a
on the road
yeah.
and it's in the middle, it's like, oh well.
I know. It's probably based off of like just a random algorithm on the map.
sure.
On a distance from
Is
home.
that not the same thing as changing the Pokestops that I was talking about earlier?
But the Pokestops are at like landmarks and stuff like that. So if like there's
Well,
a
what about that
landmark
guy
near the
who had a decommissioned church? It was a church, and then it decommissioned, and he bought it, and it was his big ass house, and he has people walking into his yard to get a fucking Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit's got to be moved
why?
because it's his fucking yard.
That
So?
surprises me a lot, Peter.
So who cares if it's his yard?
I remember.
He cares if it's his yard.
Good, it's his job to put up a fence then.
He has. What if he has a fence? Okay, what if they have a fence?
What
You
if he's got a
people fucking
shotgun?
Jumping fence, that sort of
Yep.
stuff. And then he gets in there and he fucking castle laws and just blows
Okay.
his fucking people down. One
What
at a
he
time.
needs
He's
to
like,
do-
Goddamn zombies! Click, clack,
What
get
he
out
needs
of my
to do
yard!
is put up a sign that says Team Valor only.
Because Team Valor would actually knock on his door the other day.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
fucking nice.
That's right.
Leave it up to Team Instinct to break or try to like tunnel through the wall.
Team Mystic would, like,
would be
try and-
smart enough to jump the fence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Valor would just come during the day and knock on his door and be
He'd
like,
be like,
"Yo,
dude, hey, you're Team Valor too, obviously, because you're really cool. Could we like get your Pokestop? He'd be like,
He just greets you with cookies and milk. What
That's
the
what I'm
fuck are we, Santa Claus? He's just
like,
like,
I'm
not a
oh,
savage."
Team Valor, welcome to my
Yeah.
home. Here's a bag for you
what I'm
and
saying.
for you.
Why'd you make him an old
Happy
man?
huntings.
because
Why-
he bought
why
a church."
wouldn't he?
Because he bought
Yeah.
a church.
He bought a fucking church.
there's
This
not some,
guy's
point.
not
there's not
good
some
buddies.
20-year-old dude buying a church. The dude's
Maybe
like
it is.
70. All right? He's
saved up all his money. He's like, back in my day, we had congregation here.
Damn
like,
right he does.
you know what, you
Love.
guys?
Damn
That's where
right
I
he
got
does.
my first tug job.
this is going to be a Pokestop. And I want to get my Pokeballs all day. That's what happened.
Salt Rock does work wonders.
We're talking from a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
sounds
cool.
brutal.
Yeah.
It hurts like a.
It also works
bitch.
on ghosts.
Does it?
Yes, if
Fucking
you watch
Supernatural.
Supernatural,
Yep. It's
I
also,
don't.
It's also good
You
for
never watched
laying
Supernatural?
Do
down.
you like Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
then you would love,
love
Supernatural.
Yeah.
It's Scooby Doo with guns.
Yeah, and adults.
And two adults. Like
Two
all
adults.
the time.
They're brothers.
And
have a-
Felicia Day's been a few episodes.
A dope and Paula.
I thought I would hate it, and
So
I
it's
didn't.
basically like if Zach and I walked around a dark room.
They're actually like really pretty.
They're pretty good
we're
looking.
not- They're
Other
really
than-
good
okay,
looking.
I thought they were like ugly.
Other than
No.
the
Damn.
good-looking part, because it'd be more like me and Josh driving around in a car hunting monsters, because they're big guys. They're fucking, just burly dudes that kick ass all the fucking time.
I don't know. I'm not as like. I'm way taller. Well, I don't know. Fucking with Moose, he's huge.
You're not taller than Moose. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
He's pretty huge.
Yeah, and Dean's like 6'1".
He's like 5 foot nothing.
Your face is 5 foot nothing.
You're fucking.
I will fucking.
I
kill
would
you.
come
I
across
will
this
kill
table
you.
right now.
Yeah?
You're that
Phrasing.
excited?
Phrasing.
Boom.
I'm going to get you now.
I'm gonna Ron Jeremy this fucking table right now.
Can we please go back to phrasing?
All right, you guys. I want to know what you think about Pokemon Go. I want to know if you think
We're seeing it all over the comments
Yeah.
section, and we appreciate
Yeah.
it.
And if it's anything that's not Team Valor, I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna jump to our last portion of the show, you guys.
This message
My
brought to you by Team Valor.
Team Valor approves. Favorite part of the show, at least my favorite part of the show, it's where we do our developer shout out, you guys. So, developer shout out. We appreciate your hard work. All right, James, who's our
sir.
developer? Drop the
Today,
knowledge.
Our developer is a pioneer in video games.
So he was
straight up.
like on Oregon Trail?
Absolutely, he was on the Oregon Trail.
Boom.
And he got dysentery twice. No.
Did he write the Oregon Trail, or are we just fucking around?
We're just fucking around.
Terry.
Okay.
We're just fucking around. He dissed Terry. Don Daglow. Don Daglow is basically the father of real-time strategy games. He paved the way for it, at least, with a game called Utopia for the Intellivision that came out in 1981. Yeah, very, very old. I mean, it's even older than I am, because I was born in 81.
It's like on rocks and
Oh,
chisels.
big time, yeah. And then
Fighting
what
dinosaurs.
Playing Settlers for real?
God
real.
had to give it
For
to you.
real.
Here you go, child. Program.
What he's the two things that he's most famous for is he invented the role-playing game called Dungeon, not Dungeons and Dragons, just Dungeon. And then he made the very first ever MMORPG, which was Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter Nights in 1991.
so good.
The very, very original one. He created that. He got an award for it a few years back in like 2003 or 2004 for the actual award stated for being an icon in the video game industry.
Man, so much stuff came from that. Like,
Yeah, tons.
I'm like
wow,
thinking of some of the
everything.
games like I've played, like Baldur's Gate, that were almost like direct sequels and
Yep.
stuff to that. Like, holy shit.
Yep,
That is
and then
amazing.
of course with the pioneering the real-time strategy as well. You know, Command and Conquer, StarCraft, the original Warcraft before it was an MMORPG.
That probably gave way to like a big chunk of
I
like
wonder,
that whole nerd generation.
my question is, I wonder if MUDs were before that. You know what a MUD is? Multi-user desktop dungeon or multi-user dungeon?
Yeah, you're talking about the text games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
were in DOS.
Yeah.
Those ones.
Those
Well,
were
it was-
those were MMO.
It was kind of like
Yeah.
DOS. It was kind of like DOS.
Hit troll with X.
Yeah, I pull out my knife of stabbing, and yeah.
So that probably gave segue
Give
because
her a
that's the
good
first
time.
Neverwinter. How long has Magic the Gathering been around?
Oh, God, forever.
93.
I wanna say older than
probably
that.
inspired by that guy. You think?
I want to say older than
At least
that.
the starting of RPG elements, fantasy, whole novel type deal,
might
writing, writers.
It could be inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, honestly.
Good.
Probably started out.
Dude,
like,
Neverwinter is coming to PS4. I'm actually pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah,
I'll probably play it on PS4, man.
I'll probably play it on PS4 too.
I will probably
What choice do you have?
play it on PS4
On my
too.
second PS4, duh.
Yeah, duh.
God.
Yep. First published in 1993 by Wizards of the Coast.
Nice.
And they do, of course,
God.
D&D stuff.
D&D,
Yeah,
Wizards
they
of the
picked up
Coast.
D&D. Actually, did you hear D&D is getting a Magic the Gathering expansion?
I heard about that.
They're going to be playing
What?
in Innistrad.
Yes.
Yeah. So Innistrad is a
Yes.
world created in the Magic the Gathering. It was
Right.
doing a really cool fucking part with like the shards of Valeria and everything. Really fucking cool. No, Innistrad was before.
What was that? What was the planeswalker from Innistrad? What was his name? He was the vampire.
Well, that's okay. So it actually is going to be based around the undead and the vampires.
Fuck yeah.
In it as well.
So cool.
Super badass. So that's really cool. Obviously, all of this came from this developer. I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Don Daglow.
Don Daglow. I was going to call him D'Angelo something.
That would work. No, Don Daglow.
I'm not going to rename. I rename people a lot in this podcast.
But he's a pioneer. He
I
deserves
try to not do it to our developers.
Don Daglow.
Don Daglow. Don Daglow. Thank you for everything. I know every person here
Thank you for everything.
loves like what you've created, the genre, just what you've allowed other people to make is
Yes.
phenomenal. And I know every person here loves those kind of genres, loves those kind of games. And without you, we might not be
I'm
playing
still
them.
playing D&D
Yeah.
every Saturday, actually, now.
There we go.
Well, his was the first graphical
Right, yeah.
game of it. Yeah. So
We were just talking about D&D and dungeons
Yep.
and stuff. Like, I play D&D, and so therefore I'm going... Well, we played... Yes? I can't remember. Anyways, thank you.
Thank you. Fat Island Gaming.
Yeah, hey.
We love you. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. This was Fat Chat, episode 35.
35.
We do it every Monday night. It starts at 10 p.m. Pacific time, so whatever time that is for you.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. We also do streams all week long. I stream Tuesday nights. I start at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Normally, I've been doing Siege. I will probably be doing Siege until For Honor comes out, because when For Honor comes out, that's going to be my game. We've got the Wednesday night events with Josh, which is going to be for all of our PC players. We've got Thursday nights with Six. Friday nights, which is our community event where we pretty much take everyone from our Facebook page. We throw them into a match together of a random game of their choosing. We have a lot of fun. Really get the community coming together. We've got you on Saturdays. What have you been playing?
Well, I played Siege last time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going through multiple different games, but yeah, this past week was Siege because you played something else, and because you said you were going to play Division, but I didn't.
I jumped over to Siege.
I wasn't able to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Next time, I think I'm going to play. Eventually, I'm going to play some Creed,
Nice.
some Syndicate. And then I think the next one though, I'm gonna play Overwatch.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We've got Sunday night with Peter. He's been doing RTSs, and they're a ton of fun. So ridiculous, especially when I jump into Factoria with him and we go.
Well, that's right. I'm picking up Factoria this weekend.
Way
I don't know
too
if you guys
much.
remember me telling you that, but I'm picking it up this weekend.
We also
There's a
do
late night trooper over here.
Yep, we got late nights with Zach. Zach, you want to fill him in?
Right now we're playing through God of War 3 on hard mode. First playthrough, which is fucking tits. The remaster is so pretty. I love it so much.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you so much for that game. It's so good.
So we really have stuff going on all the time. Make
But
sure you like.
I'm really
subscribe. Are you really like what's your latest that you start?
I usually start around 1 a.m. Pacific time. So 12 midnight to 1 is usually starting time. Follow the Twitter. It's a lot easier. You can just click on the link that's down on the Twitch box with my face like this. Give it a follow and you'll find out when that's going live or if I'm even doing it that week or that day because shit's been busy. I've been making effects all day.
Working hard.
Woo!
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube, Twitch, whatever you're on. Like he was saying, if you go and click on our faces down on our Twitch boxes, there's going to be one for each of us. It'll take you straight to our Twitters. Follow us there.
Check out the Steam community page.
Tons of fun.
Community.steam/fatgaming.
Boom. There you go. Make sure you guys show us some love. Tweet at us what you liked, what you didn't like, and that you're Team Valor, because that's all we want to hear from you. Later, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Take it easy.
Bye. Have a good one, guys.
Team Valor, go! Ha!